You already know what to do. You just don't do it. Not because you're weak, not because you're lazy, but because your mind has trained you to wait until it feels right. That mindset, it's killing your momentum. Every time you pause to feel ready, you lose time, you lose rhythm, you lose trust in yourself. You wait for motivation, for the mood to shift. You wait for that perfect window, when energy, focus, and inspiration all magically show up. But they don't. Not when you need them. Not when it matters most. And every time you wait, the habit weakens. The discipline fades. The goal moves one step further out of reach. Here's the truth. If you only act when you feel like it, you will never build anything that lasts. Consistency isn't a feeling. It's a habit, a decision, a discipline. And if you don't master it, you'll always be starting over. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants the results. But not everyone's willing to live the process that comes before the win. They want the outcome, not the effort. The lifestyle, not the grind that funds it. The story, without the struggle that makes it real. You know what separates people who talk about success from people who actually live it? It's not luck, not talent, not timing. It's what they do every day, quietly, consistently. When no one's watching, no applause, no audience, just discipline. And that's the part most people skip. We live in a world obsessed with fast results and highlight reels. Everyone wants the transformation, but no one wants to post the part where it's boring, where nothing clicks, where it's just hard. But real growth, real change, it happens in silence, in boredom, in repetition. Not in the big flashy moments, but in the slow, unsexy grind. In the gym sessions where nothing changes, in the study sessions where you still feel dumb, in a business that makes no money, but you keep going, you keep pressing, because something in you knows. Every rep, every page, every post, it's stacking. It's not wasted. It's a building. Even when the scale doesn't move, even when the views don't come, even when no one claps, it's a building. Progress doesn't always announce itself, but one day it shows up, and people call it overnight. But you'll know better. You'll know every brick was laid in silence, because that's where success is born. In the dark, in the discipline, when no one's watching, but you still show up. Most people quit before the results show up. They think discipline should feel exciting. They want a dopamine hit every time they show up. They scroll through highlight reels and wonder why their journey doesn't look the same. They expect fireworks when what they need is the steady flame of a candle burning through the night. But here's the truth. Discipline is boring. Consistency is repetitive. That's where the power is. That's where growth happens. It's waking up at the same time every day, even when your bed feels like quicksand. It's showing up when your mind gives you 1,000 reasons to skip just this once. It's doing the work when nobody's watching, when nobody's cheering, when there's no applause. The magic isn't in the moment. The magic is in the multiplication of moments. Day after day, rep after rep, choice after choice. You build habits, and habits build your life. You do something enough, it becomes who you are. First, you decide who you want to be. Then you prove it to yourself with small wins. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. You don't need motivation if your routine carries you. You don't need hype if you made a promise to yourself. Motivation is a fair weather friend. It shows up when you feel good and disappears when you need it most. But routine doesn't care how you feel. It just asks one question. What did we agree to do? The strongest people aren't the ones who never struggle. They're the ones who struggle and show up anyway. They're the ones who make boring look heroic. And no, it won't always feel good. Sometimes it will feel like it's not working at all. But that's the test. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being real with yourself. Choosing long-term peace over short-term pleasure. Choosing action even when you don't feel like it. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, I see you. I see your excuses. I see your fears. But we're doing this anyway. Perfection is the enemy of progress. Perfect is the story you tell yourself to avoid starting. But real is messy. Real is showing up with bedhead and doubt in your heart, but still lacing up your shoes. And yeah, everyone wants shortcuts. Everyone wants the hack. They want the pill that melts fat while they sleep. The course that builds a business overnight. The secret that successful people don't want you to know. They're hunting for magic in a world that runs on mathematics. They'll spend hours searching for the perfect system and 0 minutes actually doing the work. They'll buy the gear, read the books, follow the gurus, anything except the one thing that actually works. But what if the real hack is this? Show up every day, no matter what. What if the secret sauce is just sauce? What if the magic formula is just showing up when you said you would? Doing what you said you'd do, for longer than anyone expects you to. That's what winners do. They train when tired, study when unfocused, create when uninspired, because they've accepted this truth. They don't wait for conditions to be perfect, because perfect conditions don't exist. They don't wait to feel ready, because ready is a feeling that never comes. They just start where they are, with what they have, and trust the process to reveal the path. Success is slow. Success is quiet. But it adds up. No secret formula, no magic routine, just one decision, made over and over again. It's the guy who stayed after everyone clocked out, not because someone told him to, but because he wasn't done yet. It's the woman who didn't post about her progress. She was too busy making it. Quiet mornings, long nights. Small wins are stacked daily. It's not loud, it's not glamorous. Most of the time it looks like nothing's changing. But underneath, everything is. Real growth doesn't scream. It shows up in how you carry yourself, how you bounce back. How do you show up when motivation disappears? You don't need to be a superstar. You don't need perfect conditions. You need to keep showing up when it's inconvenient. Keep practicing when it's not exciting. Keep going when no one says good job. That's how it's done in real life. Not by chasing the rush, but by committing to the process. You don't have to do it all today. Just don't break the chain. One honest rep. One focused hour. One choice that says, I'm not quitting today. That's how the real ones are built. Not all at once, but piece by piece. If you feel stuck, that's normal. If you feel like it's not working, that's normal. This is the part that matters most. This is the test. Anyone can do it for a week. But what about when no one cares? When no one claps? Progress isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just showing up when you could have quit. And that's what separates average from unstoppable. Be the kind of person who keeps promises to themselves. Not for the world, not for approval, just because your word matters, especially to you. Next, don't wait for the perfect plan. Set a floor, not a ceiling. 10 focused minutes every day? That will beat a once-a-week grind every time. Make it automatic. Tie new habits to things you already do. Brush your teeth? Stretch after. Drink your coffee. Journal while it brews. Stack it. Anchor it. Make it part of your flow. Then comes the hard part. The days you don't feel like it. That's the test. That's the gate. Move anyway. Show up anyway. Discipline means doing it when it's not fun. Emotion-proof your routine. Track it. Use a calendar, a wall, an app, whatever. Just keep the streak alive. You don't need motivation when you've got momentum. And when boredom hits, good. That's the doorway to mastery. Anyone can start. The great ones keep going when it gets dull. Finally, take time once a week to step back. Check the mirror. See what's working, what's not. Adjust. Don't abandon. Learn. Don't quit. Don't wait for motivation. It's a liar. It bails when things get tough. Discipline? That's a decision, a promise, a contract you sign with your future self. And no one will applaud you for the lonely reps, for the silent study sessions, for the nights you keep going while everyone else rests. But one day they'll ask you how you did it, and you'll know. It wasn't one moment. It was all the small ones. One more rep, one more day, one more refusal to quit. And if today feels heavy, rest, breathe, but don't stop. Because consistency isn't about being strong all the time. It's about being honest and showing up anyway. That's how you win. Not with hype, not with perfection, but with discipline. Stack daily until one day, everything changes.